Hi guys. My update this week is not exactly a good one. I'm sitting in my car right now and I'm just I needed a little bit of calm down time, I guess you could call it, and I figured I would make a video and let you know what's happening. Okay, so I'm no longer able to do my IUI next week. I knew that it was going to end up being next week. That's usually when I ovulate. I'm on day 13 today. Yeah, I'm pretty upset about it. I guess the place after, like, my mock cycle came back all fine, like everything was great. I purchased the sample. The donor's already at my clinic, like it's all done and ready to go. Everything's paid for. But one of my blood tests that I had to do on day 8, that was an LH test, and I guess my LH was a little high last month, and they wanted to check it again this month, and if it was still elevated, they were probably going to cancel the cycle anyway. They just want to make sure I had a good egg. So they didn't get it. My hospital up here that I have a bad reputation with, I don't like them at all. They messed up my blood work. They ended up doing a pregnancy test instead of an LH test, and by the time we got results and everything back, it was too late for me to go get it redone. And they said that they needed it done on a specific day, and by the time I found out, it was just yesterday, so day 12, and it was from day 8. So it's not really just something simple as that. Like the receptionist printed off the wrong label. And something as simple as that cancels all of this, all I've done already this month to get ready and what I did last month. And it's just, I didn't want to have to do this again. Like, I already took my Clomid. I'm already ready. I was going to start taking my ovulation tests, which I bought Advanced Digitals, and they're not exactly cheap. And when you start them, you can't you have to, once it gets to its positive, you have to buy a new one because you can't reuse it, I guess, after it goes positive. Which, thank God I didn't start those yet, because those are around $60 here, Canadian, so it wasn't exactly cheap. So, yeah, that's kind of my update. It's kind of crappy. I'm very, very upset. I had a very hard time last night dealing with this. It may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, like you could just try again next month, but I wasn't planning on having to pay for an extra month's worth of medication. I wasn't planning on, just all of this bothers me. And it was the same hospital. I'm not going to get into details, but it was the same hospital that did misdiagnose my husband when he had died. Just an error on their behalf sent him home with the flu, and he didn't really have the flu. And anyways, so, but it's the only hospital within about an hour's distance from me, so I figured I could trust just to go in for my blood work, but I guess not. So, they felt bad. The clinic told me, my fertility clinic told me that I could still go do the IUI, but without those numbers, they just, I guess something to do with, they want to get all of my hormones to be the right levels at the right time to make it so that my egg is really good, like the quality and everything. I don't know how it works, but she said just because you have this number good and you actually ovulate doesn't mean that it's a great egg. And I guess I get blood work done well over like a handful of times a month, and they're trying to get every one of them to be aligned so that when I do ovulate, it's good quality. I don't know how they can tell, but they can. So whichever, I trust them. Whatever they want to do, they're doing. So, and I just do whatever. But then that one result, the one result we needed, and that was the main one. So even if, like, they did say it could have been normal, it was, like I said, a little high last month, which they didn't like. He said that they can give me an injection to help with that, to stop the LH early in my cycle, or they can put me on birth control for a month, I guess. I'm not really sure how it all works, but regardless, they told me that I could do it, but it would be risking it. Because if those numbers are bad and I ovulate a not so great egg, yeah, they said I'd be wasting my donor along with the IUI price and everything else. So it was my choice, but it was either just wait or take a chance and wasting all that amount of money. Sorry, I get kind of emotional about this. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of waiting. They told me they're going to give me a break. I don't have to do like my progesterone blood work or any of that. Like, I can if I want it, but I might end up wanting it. I'm not sure. But I know I'm going to ovulate because I took Clomid and I always do. So, like I always do on it. So, but I guess that's all I really had to say. I'm not sure what to say. I'm just so irritated. I'm so upset. I had my hopes up. Like I've mentioned before, I do photography, and I took the whole week of, I didn't book any shoots. I just made sure that I was available to go, and I had somebody that was going to watch my dogs, because it's quite a few hours away, and I had it all planned to go. But now, I'm not. And I was hoping to find out, because if I would have been able to do this on time, like next week, then I would have been able to find out if I was pregnant or not the same week as my wedding anniversary, my first year wedding anniversary. And for anybody new here that doesn't really know the story, it's like I got married last October 8th, and my husband had died January 20th. So we weren't married for very long. So anyways, I was really hoping that I'd be able to find out that week. Whether it was positive or not, I don't know. I liked the idea of just knowing before then. But I guess that's not going to happen now. So I have made up my mind. I'm not going to risk it. They advise against it, so I'm going to follow what they think is smart. And we'll move on to the next month. So I'm thinking, if I ovulate, I don't really know exactly when I'll be doing my next one. If I ovulate next week, I'm going to say the second week of October, I think. Yeah, because I'd be starting my period right around my, like I said, my wedding anniversary. So it'd be around, like, say, October 7th. I would probably start my period. So then a few weeks after that, I would do my IUI again. But we're pushing it into winter. I don't know if anybody watches from Canada, but I would not want to travel all the way there in the wintertime. It's a long ways, and the roads around here are not exactly great. Sorry I'm rambling. It's not exactly a great video. It's more of an update because I wanted to make sure everybody knew what I was doing. So yeah, I'm just sitting out here. That's kind of at my falls. If you ever watched a couple of my older videos, this was kind of Dan and our spot, and I come here every time I get like upset. This is obviously the road behind me, but the falls is like in front of me, but you can't really see it, so I can't turn my phone around either. I tried to figure out how to do it and it won't work. So, but yeah, please like the video. I know it's not exactly a happy, upbeat video, but at least for positivity. And subscribe if you want to keep following me. I know it's a little bit of a delay again, but I really hope this just happens next month, and I will be asking them when they take my blood to make sure they tell me exactly what it is and double check it a million times, like, to make sure it's the right thing that they're doing next month. I think I have the right to do that, so I'm going to do that. And comment any questions. I'm going to put a couple of iCards so you can go back and watch some of the beginning videos, and also I'll try to put up my consultation video at the fertility clinic so you can understand what I'm doing for anybody that's new. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody. If you want to jump in and talk or anything like that, just shoot me a message or comment down below. Thanks for watching, guys, even though this isn't exactly fun, but at least I got to update you. Bye, guys.